perfection.
Hey, get away!
10 years ago, we invented the Ring Video Doorbell for moments like these.
We found your wallet.
And Ring security cameras for moments like these.
Where are you?
With Ring, you're always home. Learn more at ring.com.
No freezers? How unusual is this for a restaurant?
I think that that's unusual because a lot of restaurants have freezers. But we don't have freezers. We have fresh food every single day.
How fresh is fresh?
It's real food that's coming to our tables. That's what sets us apart.
Wow.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
This is my coffee shop. We just moved into a bigger space, brought on another employee, and ordered new branded gear for the team. It was so easy. I just chose my products, added our logo, and placed my order. Bring your own team together with custom gear. Get started today at customink.com.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Countdown Cam, powered by AT&T 5G, giving us a live look inside. Looking at the fans coming in NRG Stadium, rocking those J.J. McCarthy jerseys, hoping that Wolverines leader will take them to the promised land for the first time since 1997. Jim Harbaugh, ultimate Michigan man, trying to win that national championship as we join Marty Smith.
Reese, thank you. Good evening. Jack Harbaugh will be on the sideline tonight for the Michigan Wolverines as an assistant coach for his youngest son, Jim. Also on the sideline tonight will be Jack's oldest son, John. The Harbaugh way is faith. It is football, but above all, it is family.
Low snap. Melrose stopped. Michigan makes a stand and comes up with a milestone playoff victory.
Jim, who's got it better than you?
I know the answer to that one. Nobody.
The origin story is being about 7 years old. John was, 8 or 8.5. And one day when we came out of the house, Dad was going to drive us to school. And we're like, "Where's the car, Dad?" He goes, "No car today, boys. We're walking. Grab a basketball. Let's get 100 with the right, 100 with the left. Who's got it better than us? Nobody, Dad. Nobody."
Beyond the family mantra, Jim Harbaugh and his older brother John learned the family business from their dad. Jack Harbaugh coached football at the college level for 41 years, 19 as a head coach. Jack raised his sons to love the game, and that competitive nature rubbed off on his boys.
From the very beginning, they were each other's best friend. I mean, they shared a bedroom since the day they were born. And of course they'd got in arguments.
They took athletic tape, and they took the tape and ran it down in the middle of the floor. That's your side, this is my side. We don't go to either one side.
Arguing, fighting, at the same time, playing together, being on the same team. If we've accomplished anything, man, I'd like to think we pushed each other to where we're at, or whatever we became.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!
What they became is elite coaches.
Love you, man. Love you too. I'm so proud of you.
Hey, no matter how it comes out,
no matter how it comes out, that's right.
I can't change that.
Exactly right.
Huh? And in 2013, led their respective teams to the pinnacle of the sport, Super Bowl 47. Jim's San Francisco 49ers against John's Baltimore Ravens.
Probably the same odds of lightning striking. It's never happened before. That was the first time. Really happy it happened to our family.
The Baltimore Ravens are Super Bowl champions!
Proud of my brother. He's my best friend. Just a feeling of pride for him and our entire family.
Walking across the field, it wasn't the usual, for me, victory thing. For Jim, obviously, it was a disappointment. But for me, you can only be as happy sometimes as the unhappiest person in your family.
I'm watching this and I'm thinking, this is what it's all about. Family.
Now, a decade later, Jim and John remain standard setters. Jim leading Michigan into the College Football National Championship game, and John leading the Ravens to the best record in the NFL. And through it all, still leaning on Dad when they need advice.
And the beautiful thing about it is, if they ever call me, I'm ready, because I have studied the tape.
He watches our practice tape, watches the Ravens practice tape, our games, the Ravens games.
Hey, Dad, this happened. What do you think? How should we handle this? He's always about it.
Here's a thought. Here's something we did back in 1993, and you're like, bam. That just saved me 3 hours and a migraine headache. I probably would have got to that point, but you just gave it to me in 30 seconds.
And after all these years, all the advice and the coaching, now more than ever for the Harbaugh brothers, the answer to the question remains the same.
Who's better than us? Nobody!
Reese, during my conversation with Jack Harbaugh, the topic of how people perceive Jim came up. And he said, I got to tell you, I'm so tired of people using the word quirky. He said, what even is quirky? Is quirky your players responding to your culture and overcoming? Is quirky being respected by other coaches? Is quirky welcoming people who need hope into your facility to throw the ball around a little bit? Well, if that's quirky, I should hope that they call me quirky too. What I expected, Reese, was his typical humorous answer, but what I got was a father defending a son. And that is the Harbaugh way.
Marty, there's no question about that. Jack is a national champion in his own right, led Western Kentucky to what was then called a 1AA title back in 2002. And I love Jack Harbaugh, but Jim's quirky. That's not an insult at all. He's endearing as we join Chris, Kirk, and Ben Herbstreit.
How are you? Field. It's a three-man booth, if you call it. No, it's so awesome to be down here, Kirk. It was the first year of the CFP. We were in Texas. Yeah. Here we are at the end of this 14 playoff cycle back in Texas. And I think what's struck me the last couple of days is the powerful emotions you've been privileged to witness from Harbaugh and from DeBoer and from the players. I mean, all that has gone into this, all they've done to get here, what it means to them, it never gets old.
No, it doesn't. And I think what's interesting in this case is both have been doubted. I mean, Washington, they've really rallied around that. Coming in tonight, yesterday we heard from those players that people don't believe in us. And the same with Michigan. Michigan, with all the distractions, early in the year with Jim Harbaugh, late in the year with Jim Harbaugh, it's just brought this team closer and closer. And JJ came over to say hi to Ben right as we were getting ready to come on this hit. And you could just, he's loose. He feels good. I'm sure Michael Penix feels the same way. They're ready to get after it.
Yeah, both these quarterbacks have contagious confidence, different types of personalities. McCarthy's exuberance, the narrow laser focus of Penix. Both guys make the guys around them much better. Both guys are going to be a serious challenge for the defense. You mentioned Washington trying to win a championship of being an underdog in 4 of their last 5 games. I'm not sure that's ever happened, but if it comes down to a tight game, they have proven their mettle. Did it against Texas again.
Yeah, and I think the big thing for them is they're able to play a game that they dictate things. What I mean by that is Michael Penix. If I'm Michigan, I'm getting ready for shots downfield early. Washington wants to jump out in front, and that's the way they play. Michigan doesn't want to get into a hole the way they did against Georgia a couple years ago and TCU last year. The Alabama game last week, it looked like it might get away from them. They recalibrated, and then they were able to stay within striking distance. That's their kind of game. So I think whoever can affect the flow of the game and make it their identity has a big advantage in this game.
No doubt. Reese, it's a fresh matchup. One of these schools is going to end a national championship route of longer than a quarter century. That's pretty compelling. Man, is this place juiced up a long time before kickoff.
And the roof is closed, fortunately, Chris, because it's a stormy night, one that has delayed the arrival of John Harbaugh, Mike McDonald, and the Ravens brass. They're expected to land in Houston about 6:30 local. That put them roaring in here right about kickoff time, which we're getting closer and closer to.
College Game Day is built by the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Looks like you won something there.
I ditched my tax guy and switched to H&R Block. Their experts can do your taxes online.
I've never won anything in my whole life.
You should make the switch.
Have an H&R Block Tax Pro do your taxes in person or online.
Here at Papa John's, we know our stuff.
So try our newest cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza. Made with a blend of ricotta and mozzarella, hand stuffed into that Papa John's fresh, never frozen, original dough. Get it for a limited time only at Papa John's.
Where'd you want to serve?
Oh, I didn't serve, but if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served in the military, you can join USAA.
Yeah, my grandpa did, so I'm already in, but I was talking about your serve.
Oh.
USAA, for the military community.
Right now, get a free footlong at Subway, like the new Deli Heroes. Buy 1 footlong in the app, get 1 free.
It's a pretty big deal.
Kinda like me. Order in the Subway app today.
Next season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
What's happening, Sheriff?
It's a transfer portal. It's out of control.
We're losing our defense. No! Not our starting quarterback! We need him! You can't leave! Our offense revolves around you!
Get the on their head!
That's what Dr. Pepper is!
It's okay, I understand! You can't let go of your Dr. Pepper.
Absolutely not.
Quarterbacks are replaceable.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Getting help used to be hard, whether it's for ED, hair loss, or your mental health. Through HIMS, getting help is simple. It all starts with one small click for you. That can change everything for future you. Get started at 4hims.com.
His name was Cain. He had a horse along the countryside. I saw him ride. One day they found him. He had a horse.
Welcome to the Ram Trucks College Football Pregame.
National Championship night in Houston. Counting down to kickoff, 51 and a half minutes. Big Ten against the Pac-12. We started this 10-year iteration of the college football playoff with the Big Ten Pac-12 matchup, and now we're going to bookend it with the same before we expand to 12 next year. Glad to have you with us as we get closer and closer to this national championship game. Reese Davis, Desmond Howard, Pat McAfee, and Joey Galloway here with you to take you right up to kickoff here in NRG Stadium. Stormy night in Houston. Roof is closed. Reports out there.
Potential leakage.
Potential leakage here and there. But probably not anything that will slow down Michael Penix Jr. 35 touchdown passes and led the nation with 73 completions of 20 or more yards.
Then we got a chance to see a healthy Michael Penix Jr. in the Sugar Bowl. Toward the end of the season, they had a lot of close games, a lot of tough ones, and he showed up in that Sugar Bowl, played his best game of the year.
How about Rome Odunze right there? That guy could have won the Biletnikoff Award as the best receiver, but Marvin Harrison Jr. won it, but he was close behind. He's just an outstanding guy. They're going to move him around a lot tonight. He's the favorite target of his quarterback, Penix Jr., and he's a guy who just blows the lid off the top of a defense. He gets vertical guys, and he's excellent with the ball in his hands after the catch.
He's the leader of the takers, which is what the wide receivers call themselves because they take the rock.
And this is the guy we keep an eye on. Dillon Johnson has given Washington some balance by running the football, but he's been banged up. Pete Thamel, what's the latest on Dillon Johnson? Dillon Johnson had a knee on one side, a foot on the other, and I think we have Pete now for the. Do we have Pete Thamel for the update?
Hey,
we'll
Reese,
get to it.
you got me down here.
We've got you.
Reese, I'm standing on the 7-yard line, and Dillon Johnson was just about 10 yards in front of me. Lee Marks, the Washington running back coach, came over to me about 5 minutes ago and said Dillon Johnson is 100%. The one thing we have to watch, Reese, though, is through the course of this game, the staff worry at Washington is he may start the game 100%, but is he going to end that way?
I like that punditry there at the end.